Thank you, Chairman Sir. You have given me opportunity to speak. Sir, I am going to speak to support the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Amendment Bill 2020. Sir, this is one of the most remarkable and bold steps taken in the history, in the Indian history. So I was just listening my friends, and I was trying to apply my mind also how to distinguish the COVID-related expenditure, how to distinguish the COVID companies when the airlines, buses and railways, all services were stopped across the world. Then such kind of distinction is very difficult, sir. Sir, this IBC, this act was implemented in 2016 itself. So the basic objective of the act was, and all the objective I can say with the confidence that it is 100% fulfilled. And the first objective was the code is resolution. How to resolve the things quickly. The second objective was maximization of value of assets of the firm and reducing the time. The third objective was the promoting entrepreneurship, availability of credit, balancing of interest of stakeholders. I will give the data and factual information to support how these objectives have been fulfilled. Sir, there are 4 pillars to ensure the successfulness of this IBC. And I can say, sir, with the full confidence, sir, all the 4 pillars are working very successfully. The first is NCLT. They are taking the quickly decisions as per the time stipulated in the Act. The second is insolvency professional, that is IP. They are discharging their responsibility professionally. And third is information utility. A lot of adequate informations are available in the information utility. And fourth is IBBI, that is Insolvency Bankruptcy Board. It is also discharging their responsibility very actively. Sir, this IBC has resulted high recovery update. I will give the information later on. The second, release of locked capital. The third, the better credit discipline, faster resolution, easy exit. And it has left the positive impact, and overall ecosystem of the country is very good, sir. Sir, now I'll give this data also, sir. When the IBC is implemented, sir, the recovery in 2019 was 26%, and recovery in 2020 is 71.6%, 71.6%. And these figures were peanut in the UPA regime. The cost of resolution, which was 9%, it has been reduced to 1/9, that is 1% only. And the average time taken, it was 4.5 years in 2019. Now the average time taken to realize the amount is 1.6 years. This is a dramatic change in the recovery. Sir, I will just quote 3 examples, sir. One of the large corporate in the steel sector, the debt was 49,000 crore rupees. Now the recovery is 92%. Imagine those days of the UPA, 2%, 5%, that was the maximum. Now 92%. In another steel sector, large corporate, the recovery is 82.7%. And the third, the 70%, that is also large corporate. So this kind of recovery is possible only because of the IBC. Sir, how the resolution is fast. There are 14,510 cases. 14,510 cases. It was disposed of even before pre-admission stage. This is and sir, the cases resolved in the IBC is 258, amounting to rupees 1,85,000 crore rupees, and cases closed 597. So what I want to see that there are very good and results after implementation of the IBC. We remember those days also, sir, when BIFR was there. What was happening in the BIFR? It was a data-driven. Data used to go to the BIFR for liquidating their companies, and they were running after years and years and years, and creators, they were not getting anything because it was not credit-driven. But in those days, no government thought to bring such rules like such legislation like IBC. This is the Prime Minister Modi who has determination to bring the rule, bring the constitution and brought the IBC. It is giving very good results, sir. Sir, it is not only the financial yield, but it is also how the image of the country is reflecting across the world, sir. Sir, ease of doing business, that is the ranking published by the World Bank. Sir, in 2018, it was 77. Now in 2019, it is 63, sir. There is jump, sir. And in 2014, it was 137. So there is huge jump in the ease of doing business, sir. Sir, ease of doing business, when the financial institutions or banks or any investor, they look at any country, they see that what are the age of business index of a country, how the transparency, how the policies, how the administrative reforms are there. And because of the administrative reform, because of the transparency, there is a huge jump in the ease of doing business. और this has happened because हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं कि अगर नियत स्पष्ट है, अगर नीति स्पष्ट है, नियत साफ है और इरादे नेक हो, तो आप इच्छित परिणाम पा सकते हैं। जो आज के दिन में इच्छित परिणाम हम लोग देख रहे हैं, वह प्रधानमंत्री जी के इच्छा शक्ति के कारण यह सब चीजें संभव है। सर, resolving insolvency ranking, there is also huge jump, sir. In 2019, we were at 108, and now in 2020, the jump is 52. We have reached to 52. It reflects the India image across the world, sir. Sir, so far as the NPA is concerned, in 2017, 11.2%, now it is just 9%. Sir, I was listening my friend who was talking about the NPA. Sir, किसके कारण NPA बना सर? वह किसके किसका रिजीम था जो फोन के माध्यम से लोन दिए जाते थे, और लगातार इंडस्ट्री के ग्रोथ के हिसाब से जब लोन दिए जाते थे उसमें इतना बड़ा मिसमैच होता था, पैसा कहाँ जाता था, एक की टोपी दूसरे की टोपी पे घूमती थी, और अल्टीमेटली वो धीरे धीरे एनपीए बढ़ता गया। यह प्रधानमंत्री जी का कार्यकाल है कि जो अभी ग्रॉस एनपीए 9.1% आ गया है, पहले 11% से, यह प्रधानमंत्री जी के कारण ही ये सब हुआ। क्योंकि जब आपके समय जो गलत हुआ, जब प्रधानमंत्री जी माननीय मोदी जी ने बैंक से लेकर सभी सिस्टम्स को कहा कि कोई चीज छिपाने की जरूरत नहीं है, जो भी आपके बुक्स में है, अगर एनपीए है तो एनपीए फुल डिस्क्लोजर करो, उसमें कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं होनी चाहिए। उसके कारण सभी बैंकों की जो बैलेंस शीट थी वो साफ सुथरी दिखना शुरू हो गई। सर, देयर आर अदर रिकवरी चैनल्स आल्सो which are working for a long time, sir. Sir, there is a Lok Adalat. In Lok Adalat, as per the RBI data, the recovery percentage is 5.3%. 5.3, I repeat. Sir, DRI, the recovery percentage is 3.5 in 2018 and 19. Sir, in the SARFAESI, it is 14.5%, and in the IBC, 42%, and in 2020, as I said, 71%. This 71% debt recovery is possible because of our Honorable Prime Minister who took the decision and brought the IBC. Today, I also pay my tribute to the then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley ji, who brought this legislation in the Parliament and discussed at a length, sir. Sir, look at how the proactive our government is. When the home buyer, they were asking that there should also be the committee of creditors. Immediately, our government, they considered their request, and now the home buyer, they are the financial creditor, and they are part of the COC. Lakhs of home buyers, they are getting the benefit of that. Sir, I would like to say that when the COVID-19 outbreak, as I said, everything worldwide was stopped, sir. Not only in India, everything. Then what was the status, sir? It was a status that the cash circulation, money circulation was stopped, and supply chain system were affected. Regular transactions were not happening, and because of this, and the company, they were not able to service their debts. Look at this is the proactiveness of our government, sir, under the leadership of our Prime Minister. I remember the Finance Minister came on the 24th itself and announced various serious measures, sir. One time, first of all, the announcement about the poor, the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, and another by giving the food grain to the poor, then gas to the poor, and also this Jan Dhan account. In the 20 crore Jan Dhan account, the money was given, and PM Kisan also the money was given to the farmers. Lot of relief were announced by the honorable this finance minister under the leadership of Prime Minister on the next day, and simultaneously she thought that yes, of course the investors and the corporate etc. their problems should also be looked into. And sir, in addition to this IBC, lot of announcements were done, sir. Sir, deferment of statutory and regulatory compliances immediately, so that there should be relief on the investors and there should be relief on the all citizens. The statutory and regulation compliances were deferred, and interests were reduced in many cases, and also the penalties were waived off, and due date for the issues of notices, intimation, then notification, approval, sanction order, filing of appeal, everything under Income Tax Act, under Wealth Tax Act, under the various act, the due dates were extended. And this is how proactive I said. On the same day these announcements were made. The entire house should, at least entire house should welcome the the finance minister who took the decision on the same day. Sir, the threshold limit of the threshold limit of the filing of the cases were also increased from 1 lakh to 1 crore rupees in order to save the various MSMEs for going into the IBC. That was done, sir. And sir, about the section 7, 9 and 10, sir. 7 and 9 and 10 section was suspended. That was for the 6 months extendable to 1 year. This was very much needed, sir. When the entire circulation, business transaction were temporarily at a halt, so it was very difficult to find it out what is the COVID-related transaction, what is COVID-related not transaction. If my friend can tell that these are the COVID-related transactions, these are the COVID-related not transactions, then I will be very happy. But simply it is impossible. So the companies were given 6 months time. Then the IBC 6 months within the 6 month period, the IBC cases with the IBC cannot be filed. They extended to 1 year. That was done. It is a very welcome move, sir. Otherwise, lot of huge unemployment we could have seen, sir. And the secondly, sir, there is a new insertion of section 3 under the 66 that protect the director of a company and partner for being proceeded proceeding can be initiated for during this period of default only, during this period of default. So what I want to say, sir, whatever the cases under the IBC were continuing, that will continue. Whatever the cases after 25th of March that happened, that was 6 months period, a temporary relief was given, and that extendable to 1 year. Definitely, sir, we appreciate and I support to the Honorable Finance Minister for this act, sir. सर इसके साथ साथ देखिए सर, अब यहाँ पे भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी नहीं रुके। लोगों की आकांक्षा अपेक्षाएं क्या थी कि भारत की जो आर्थिक जगत के क्षेत्र में जो कंपनियां हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, उनका कैसे भला हो सर। लोग सोचते थे कि 5 लाख 10 लाख करोड़ रुपए का एक आत्मनिर्भर कोई पैकेज अनाउंसमेंट करेंगे। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब टीवी पे आए, उन्होंने 5 लाख 10 लाख करोड़ की नहीं, 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए के आत्मनिर्भर भारत की पैकेज का अनाउंसमेंट किया, 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का। और उसके बाद माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी आए, वित्त मंत्री जी 5 प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से एक एक स्कीम, एक एक सेक्टर को बताने का काम किया कि किस प्रकार से हम जा करके इस सेक्टर को हम मदद करने वाले हैं। अगर वोकल फॉर लोकल, स्वदेशी वस्तुओं का उपयोग करना, भारत में वस्तुओं का उपयोग, भारत में बनी हुई वस्तुओं का अधिक से अधिक उपयोग करना चाहिए, अगर इसका कोई नारा दिया है और प्रबल रूप से देश भर में अभियान लेके चलने वाले कोई है तो भारत के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय मोदी जी के आह्वान पे आज की स्थिति है। या इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ सर, या ये सब विषय जुड़ा हुआ है। जब भारत में बनी हुई कंपनियों को, उत्पाद को हम प्रोत्साहित देंगे, प्रोत्साहन करेंगे तो आईबीसी के भी केसेस कम होंगे और इस प्रकार के जो अमेंडमेंट हो वो भी कभी ले आने नहीं पड़ेंगे सर। जो हमारे एमएसएमई सेक्टर है उनको किस प्रकार से अलग अलग प्रकार से उनको राहत दी गई सर, और उनको क्रेडिट लाइन दी गई, क्रेडिट लाइन गारंटी दी गई। उसके अलावा फंड बनाया गया, 3 लाख करोड़ रुपए की अलग अलग प्रकार से उनको पैसा दिया गया। मतलब एक एक करके जब जिस भी सेक्टर की कोई भी समस्या रही हो, लॉकडाउन के दौरान जब कोविड-19 के अंतर्गत विपक्ष की पार्टियां सब सो रहे थे तो उस समय हमारे पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता काम तो कर ही रहे थे। 27 करोड़ लोगों को भोजन कराने का काम, लोगों की मदद करने का काम, और इधर सरकार के लोग भी हमारे केंद्र सरकार के भी लगातार हर सेक्टर की क्या समस्याएं हैं, कैसे उसको समाधान किया जाए, उसके लिए एक एक करके उसके लिए उपाय कर रहे थे और उसकी घोषणाएं भी कर रहे थे। 24 घंटे काम हो रहा था सर। इसलिए यह आज के दिन में मैं यही कह सकता हूं सर कि हमारे देश, हम सबका सौभाग्य है कि ऐसे प्रधानमंत्री जी हम सबको मिले हैं जो निर्णय करना कि कड़े से कड़े अगर देश ही तो राष्ट्र हित में निर्णय करना हो तो उसको निर्णय करते हैं। जीएसटी को लागू करना उनका निर्णय, उसी प्रकार से अगर देखा जाए तो आईबीसी को ले आना, यह कोई सोच नहीं सकता था इस प्रकार का निर्णय लेना। अभी मतलब ऐसे प्रधानमंत्री आम जन की समस्या होती है, एक बार में सभी की रेड लाइट बंद कर देना, अगर कोई कल्पना कर सकता है ये प्रधानमंत्री जी ही ऐसा कर सकते हैं। उन्होंने करके दिखाया और इसीलिए देश आगे बढ़ रहा है। नए भारत की संकल्पना लेकर के जो हम लोग चल रहे हैं उस संकल्प को हम पूरा करेंगे और एक राष्ट्र, एक कर, एक बाजार और एक ग्रिड, एक राशन कार्ड, इन सबकी भी एक संविधान, अगर इसको कोई पूरा करके दिखाया है तो भारत के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने यह करके दिखाया है। इसलिए उनको अभिनंदन करता हूं सर। और इसी के साथ साथ जो अमेंडमेंट हुए हैं आईबीसी जो एक्ट में, उन अमेंडमेंट की मैं उसका समर्थन करता हूं और यही मैं कहना चाहता हूं सर। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने हमको मौका दिया, हम इसे विषय पे बोले सर। थैंक यू।